Everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Bhaskar Jyoti Boro presenting video lectures on modern history. So we were discussing about growth of Indian nationalisms. In the last video, we have discussed some topics about growth of Indian nationalisms, and today we are going to discuss where we had ended up in the last videos. Clear? So here I have drawn the flowcharts, factors that led to the growth of Indian nationalisms. Here you can see the first factors, that is influence of Western educations. Number 2, development of means of transport and communications. Number 3, socio-religious reform. Number 4, role of press. Number 5, growth of political associations. And number 6, birth of Indian National Congress, and also contributions of Dadabhai Naoroji in growth of Indian nationalisms. So in the last video, we have already completed this first factor, that is influence of Western educations. Clear? So today we are supposed to discuss about development of means of transport and communications. So please pay attention and listen carefully. Okay, what I am going to explain, what I am going to tell about this development of means of transport and communications, you please note it down. Okay, note the important points. Clear? The second factor is what? Development of means of transport and communications. Clear? In the last video, we have discussed about the influence of Western education. So that one was the first factors that what led to the growth of Indian nationalisms. Clear? Those who have not watched that video, you please watch it. I have uploaded in my YouTube channels. Clear? Go through the link and watch it. So here it is, development of means of transport and communication. Second factors that led to the growth of Indian nationalisms. So in the last video, as I told you that we have discussed about the influence of Western educations. After that, what happened? What we have come to know? We came to know that this British East India Company, they developed the education system in India for their interest. Clear? अपने भलाई के लिए, अपने प्रॉफिट के लिए उन लोगों ने एजुकेशन सिस्टम को इंडिया में स्प्रेड किया. Clear? Exactly like Western educations. This British East India Company, they developed the transport and communication system in India. Clear? They developed the transport and communication system in India for what purpose? For what purpose? They thought. So for what purpose? You see, the necessities of administrative convenience, military defense and commercial exploitations, particularly dumping of British manufactured goods in Indian market, and the supply of raw materials from India to feed the British industries. Let me clear you. Again, you see here the necessities. It means necessary of administrative, comfortable, military defense and commercial exploitations, particularly dumping of British manufactured goods in Indian market, and the supply of raw materials from India to feed the British industries, prompted to initiate plans for the improvement of means of transport and communications in India. So, as I told you in the last video that the British East India Company developed the education system in India for their interests. Clear? Exactly this development of means of transport and communication is also done by this British East India Company for their interests. Clear? So what happened? They were facing problems during the time of collecting the raw materials. Okay. What happened? They were facing problems, during the time of collecting raw materials. It means to collect the raw materials, they had to go far distance, isn't it? They had to go from one place to another place. Clear? So during the time of collecting raw materials, they were facing problems. What type of problems? First, roads. Clear? Then vehicles. That time there was the conditions of road was not good. Clear? Then there were no vehicles. Means this British East India Company, they were collecting raw materials and carry the raw materials by what? Bullock carts and all. Clear? So the British East India Company, they think to integrate some new vehicles in India, and they think to build or construct the roads. Clear? If there was also a road, that road would be what? Kacha road, not Pakka road. Understood? So the British East India Company, they think to build, construct roads, and also they think to construct railways and integrate the railway lines. Understood? So that they can, so that they will not face problems during the time of collecting raw materials from one place and to carry another place. Understood? Now, why they were collecting the raw materials? As we all know that they were collecting raw materials to supply the raw materials to their own country in British. ठीक है? जो रॉ मटेरियल्स कलेक्ट करता है वो कहाँ पे भेज देता है? अपने देश पे, ब्रिटिश पे भेज देता है फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग गुड्स. क्लियर? फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग गुड्स they supply the raw materials collecting from the India. Understood? And they made goods. They make goods from the raw materials that have been supplied, that have been taken from where? India only. So they make goods in their own country, and that goods they bring it back to in India and sell it in a very least price. So this way what happened? The Indian merchant also faced very the Indian merchant also faced problems. Why? Because they lost jobs. Understood? Because their goods were not bought by these buyers, because the Indian goods were sold in high price, expensive price, and the British manufacturers goods were sold in very least price. Understood? So what happened? This way they think to develop the transport systems and also what? Communication systems. So in 1839 the Grand Trunk Road was constructed between Calcutta and Delhi. In 1839 the Grand Trunk Road was constructed between what? Calcutta and Delhi. This road was, this road was extended. Clear? The Grand Trunk Road was extended to Peshawar. Extended to Peshawar. You know where it is? Peshawar. Now it is in Pakistan. Peshawar, now it is in Pakistan. So earlier it was in India. So the Grand Trunk Road was extended up to Peshawar during the time of Lord Dalhousie. Okay, Lord Dalhousie. Clear? And let me clear you one thing, that the Grand Trunk Road was first initiated by Babur. The Grand Trunk Road it was initiated by Babur. You know Babur, the first Mughal emperor who came to India. Understood? And who invaded the India. So Babur, he initiated the Grand Trunk Road. Later on what happened? It was built by Sher Shah Suri. First initiated by Babur, okay, Mughal Emperor Babur. Then later it was built by Sher Shah Suri. Clear? So if questions arise, just you keep it in mind for general knowledge. Who built the Grand Trunk Road? Sher Shah Suri built the Grand Trunk Road. Then what is the duty, what is the role of this British East India Company, okay, on this Grand Trunk Road? They refurnished it. The British, they refurnished the Grand Trunk Road. Clear? First initiated by Babur, the Mughal emperor, first Mughal emperor who invaded the India. Later on, it was built by Sher Shah Suri. After that, in 1839, when the British East India Company was ruling in India, that time this British East India Company, they rebuilt, developed the Grand Trunk Road. And later on, during the period of Lord Dalhousie, he extended this Grand Trunk Road to where? Peshawar, up to Peshawar. Later it was in between Calcutta and Delhi. ठीक है, कलकत्ता से दिल्ली तक था. फिर लॉर्ड डलहौसी ने क्या किया? कलकत्ता से कहां तक ले गया? पेशवार तक. ओके, पेशवार, नाउ इट इज इन पाकिस्तान. Understood? Please keep it in mind. After that, what happened? This British East India Company, they think to construct the railways. Okay, so in 1832, proposal was made. Okay, the British government has provided one proposal to construct the railway lines in India. So in 1832, proposal was made for constructions of network of railways in India on the model of England. On the model of England. इंग्लैंड की मॉडल से बनेगा. ठीक है, इंग्लैंड में जैसा रेलवे लाइन होता है वैसे ही इंडिया में भी वैसे ही एग्जैक्ट बनेगा. ठीक है, so the proposal was made for constructions of what? Network of railways in India on the model of England. Understood? So what happened? Finally, what happened? The first railway line was constructed. Okay, the first railway line was constructed between, I think everybody know about it, between Bombay to Thane. Understood? First, the proposal was made for constructions of railway lines on the model of England. Then, what happened in 1854, the first railway line was inaugurated. The first railway line was inaugurated in 1854 between Bombay to Thane. Understood? Next, what happened? Sorry, not 1854. It will be 1853. 1853. So, after 1 year, in 1854, what happened in Madras? In Madras also what happened? Railway construction was started. Okay? In 1854, in Madras also the railway construction was started. Clear? Then in 1883, what happened? The 1883 railway networks was started between Khodiyar and Dibrugarh in Assam. So in 1883, the railway networks was started between Khodiyar and Dibrugarh in where? In Assam. Okay. So these are the points that you have to keep in mind. You please note it down. Okay. Questions may arise from here. So you please note it down. Now, question arises that how did the development of means of transport and communications brought the nationalisms to the Indian peoples? Okay, how did the development of means of transport and communications brought nationalisms thinking to every Indians? Okay. One question arises here, very important question is that how did the development of means of transport and communications brought the nationalism thinking to every Indians? Understood? So this is the important questions. Clear? How did the development of means of transport and communications brought nationalism thinking to every Indians? Clearly, after inaugurations of railway networks, after constructions of roads, new roads, then after constructions of vehicles, railways, trains, and all, then what happened? The Indian peoples, they got a chance to meet. They got a chance to meet different communities people. How? It means they got a platform to meet different communities people. How they got a platform to meet different communities people? You see, for example, one Bengali man travel from Calcutta to Mumbai. ठीक है, एक बंगाली आदमी कलकत्ता से मुंबई ट्रेवल होता है. कहाँ पे? ट्रेन से ट्रेवल करता है. So via Delhi. Okay, Bengali man travel by train from Calcutta to Mumbai via Delhi. Now that Bengali man, he will get chance to meet different communities people. You see, he will get chance to meet North Indian peoples. Okay, he will get chance to meet Marathi peoples. Understood? Inside the train. Now these North Indian peoples, their thinkings are different. Marathi peoples, their thinkings are different, isn't it? They might be thinking about kick away the British from India. This Delhi also might be thinking kick away the British from India. This Bengali man, he may not be not thinking about the kicking away the British from India. So now this Bengali man, he will know about the policy of British East India Company. This Bengali man, he will know from these North Indian and Marathi peoples about the British exploitations. Understood? Okay? So what happened? Now this Bengali people will get to know about every exploitations done by the British East India Company. Earlier he was not well known about the exploitation of British East India Company. Now he is well known, okay, about the exploitation of British East India Company. How? Now how he is well known about the British exploitations policies from North Indian peoples, from Marathi peoples, isn't it? जब ट्रेवल करते वक्त वो लोग आपस में बात करते थे, isn't it? आपस में बात करते थे. Earlier what happened? This Bengali man, उनको पता ही नहीं था कि ब्रिटिश क्या कर रहे हैं, ब्रिटिश का पॉलिसीज कितना अच्छा है कितना खराब है, उनको कुछ मालूम नहीं था. ठीक है, फिर कैसे मालूम हो? दिल्ली का जो नॉर्थ इंडियन पीपल्स हैं उन लोगों ने ये बेंगली आदमी को मतलब सिखा दिया, समझा दिया कि ये ब्रिटिश का जो पॉलिसी है ठीक नहीं है, सब अपने इंटरेस्ट के लिए कर रहा है. ठीक है. So this way the nationalism's growth in every Indians, understood, by transport systems. ठीक है, by transport system, this way the nationalism's growth to every Indians, understood. And also these peoples, they will discuss about what? National movement, isn't it? They might be discussed about French revolutions. They might be discussed about the European nations conditions. Clear? If European nations can revolt against British, kick away the British from their countries, then why don't we? ठीक है. So ये सब डिस्कस करते थे कहाँ पे? ट्रेन में. ओके, ट्रेन में ही, व्हीकल्स, पब्लिक व्हीकल्स में ही जब डिफरेंट कम्युनिटीज का लोग सफ़र करते थे तब उन लोगों को एक चांस मिला था, हर कम्युनिटीज के आदमी से मिलने का चांस मिला था. फिर उन लोगों ने डिस्कस करने का चांस मिला, बातें करने का चांस मिला, फिर बातों बातों में अलग अलग मूवमेंट का बात करने लगा, फिर ब्रिटिश पॉलिसीज के बारे में बात करने लगा, ब्रिटिश एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सिस्टम के बारे में बात करने लगा। उन लोगों को लगने लगा कि अरे ब्रिटिश तो हमारे साथ ठीक नहीं कर रहा है, isn't सो हम लोग अभी एकजुट होना है, वी शुड बी यूनाइटेड एंड वी हैव टू किक आउट द ब्रिटिश फ्रॉम व्हाट इंडिया टू देयर ओन नेशंस, अंडरस्टूड? So this way the nationalism's growth to every Indians by transport systems, understood? So later we will discuss about communications, how communications brought this nationalism thinking to every Indians. So here communication systems, development of means of communications. We have already completed the transport systems. Now communications. In 1839, telegraph was laid between Calcutta and Diamond Harbour. Clear? And in 1851, electric telegraph system was bought under the government sector during the period of Lord Dalhousie. These are very important points, so please note it down. Next, in 1854, a line of 800 miles was built from Calcutta to Agra, and this was the first electric line in India. Okay, questions may arise from here. Please, everything that I have explained and that I have written in blackboard, you please note it down. In 1839, telegraph was laid between Calcutta and Diamond Harbour, and this was the what private initiative taken by privately, okay, and this one done by government. In 1851, electric telegraph system was bought under government sector during the period of Lord Dalhousie, and the first electric line in India was built in 1854, okay, a line of 800 miles. So these are the modern means of communication system. Clear? These are the modern means of communication systems bought by the British government. So now questions arise: how did this communication system brought nationalism thinking to Indian peoples? The modern means of communications broke the isolations. The modern means of communications broke the isolation and forced a link between the people living in a far distance area. Understood? Living in a far distance area. Now, after developing the communication systems, okay, the Indian peoples, I'm talking about Indian peoples, they started to telegraph. Okay, they started to telegraph. They started to write letter. Okay, they started to write letter. They started to write about their problems and they share it to their relatives. Okay, relatives who are living in a far distance area. ठीक है, अब वो लोग एक दूसरे के साथ, मतलब जो उन लोगों का रिलेटिव्स हो या कोई दोस्त हो जो बहुत दूर पे रहता है, उन लोगों का भी टेलीग्राफ भेजने का मौका मिला। टेलीग्राफ लाया किसने? ब्रिटिश ने लाया था। फिर अभी इंडियंस लोगों को भी मौका मिला टू सेंड द टेलीग्राफ्स to their relatives, isn't it? Now they can share their problems, they can share about the policies introduced by British administrations, isn't it? Work done by the British government. So everything they got a chance to discuss by what? By telegraph systems, by telegraph. Okay. So this way, what happened? The Indian people's thinking to change the society. Okay, the Indian peoples think to change the society. It means they India we have completed the development of means of transport, and now its turn is what? Communications. So development of means of communication systems. In 1839, telegraph was laid between Calcutta and Diamond Harbour by private sector initiative. Okay, by private sector. Later in 1851, electric telegraph system was bought under government sector during the period of Lord Dalhousie. Please keep in mind, in 1851, electric telegraph system was bought under government sector during the period of Lord Dalhousie. Earlier in 1839, it was not electric. Okay, it was just normal telegraph, and it was laid between Calcutta and Diamond Harbour. And in 1854, a line of 800 miles was built from Calcutta to Agra, and this was the first electric line in India. This was the first electric line in India. In 1854, a line of 800 miles was built from Calcutta to Agra. Agra कहाँ पे? Sorry, ताजमहल कहाँ पे है? Agra पे. So from Calcutta to Agra, and this was the first electric line in India. So these are the modern means of communication systems. Okay, these are the what? Modern means of communication system, which broke the isolations, and forced a link between the peoples. Okay, between the peoples living in a far distance area. Clear? So peoples who were living in a far distance area, now they got a chance. They got a chance to talk by what? By sending telegraph. Clear? For example, I'm living here and you peoples are living in a far distance area. Clear? Now, for example, I'm just giving an example. We don't have any mobile phone. Okay, we don't have any social medias and all. Okay, social medias are not introduced till now. Okay, mobile is not coming till now. So telegraph is here. Okay, telegraph is here. So we will write. I'll write letter to you. Okay, I'll write letter to you. I'll share my problems. What problems are facing? Okay, by me. I'll write about the policies introduced by the British government. I'll write about the administrative. Okay, I'll write about the works done by the British administrative. Clear? I'll write about the British exploitations. Everything I'll write and I'll send it to you. Clear? By telegraph. So what happened? This way, the peoples of India, they got a chance to discuss about their problems. Okay, about their British government, about the British administrative, about the British policies. Clear? And this way, the communication system brought nationalism thinking to every Indians. I hope you understood. We have completed here development of means of transport and communications. Earlier in the last video, we have discussed about the influence of Western educations, and now we have completed this point, development of means of transport and communications. I hope everybody understood it. If you have any doubt, you please WhatsApp me in my personal number. Clear? I'll explain it to you. In the next video, we will continue from the next point, that will be what? Social religious reform movement. Understood? Social religious reform movement. Okay, so that will be our third factors that led to the growth of Indian nationalism, and in that factors we'll get to know about many social reformers like Rajaram Mohan Roy, like Annie Besant, isn't it? We will know about this Arya Samaj, Brahmo Samaj, Pratana Samaj. So in the next video we'll discuss everything. Clear? So for today, this much only. I hope you like it. If you have any doubt, you please WhatsApp me in my personal number. Thank you very much.